And I really like your story because my listeners know my mentorship is called the Cat Credit Retire Your 9 to 5 mentorship because
Mhm.
I went through a similar situation. I worked as a chemical engineer and then I retired that 9 to 5 based off of my credit business. So I want
Okay.
to ask you, like, when did you figure out, like, okay, now it's time for me to make the jump? Was it a certain amount of money? Was it just like your back was against the wall? Like, when do you know are you ready?
You know, hmm. When did I know? Well, obviously I was making a decent amount of money. I think
Yeah.
I had gotten to a point where I was making like from Chase in 2 weeks, I probably made 1,800 or so. But I had in a week or so made 2,000 to 3,000. I'm like, come on now. Like at this
Yeah.
point, I'm just showing up for Chase for fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was that, and I knew I wouldn't take the credit business 100%. I wouldn't take it 100% serious until it was the only thing I had to lean on.
Same.
Um,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
because like I would be doing it, especially once the money was coming in. It's like, okay, I got money coming in from Chase and money coming in from this. I really could slack over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, but I knew how big I wanted to go. Like I didn't want to be working at Chase and still doing this. No, I wanted this to be my 100% solo, and I knew that it could happen because I'll be turning clients away, or sometimes I'm scheduled to be at Chase and I can't meet with you at the time you want to meet with me, or different things, and like just I want times I need to be focusing on learning more education about what I want to do. Like, and the type of person I am too, when I'm really all into something, I really don't care about anything else. So it was like I already was calling out of Chase and it's like it was like, come on, girl, just make the jump. And I'm telling you, it
Yeah.
was a hard jump. It was a hard jump. Because leaving that security of having a check coming in consistently is very scary, which
Definitely.
is why most people don't do it.
Hmm.
But you will be surprised how your inner hunger kicks in
Hmm.
because the bills are due. You
Yeah.
like, I'm either gonna go find some clients, or you know what I'm saying. It kicks in. You're not
Exactly.
gonna let it kicked out because you're gonna hustle. You're gonna hustle. So that's what happened for me. Once I did quit, it turned the hustle in me on fire because I'm like, the bills is coming in and the checks are not. So I have to keep going. I gotta put myself out there, be more proactive, da da da. And that's exactly what I did, and that's how I was able to know my money is coming in when it's coming in. I had, I built up about 50 clients, and I was having passive income from all those 50 clients coming in every single month.
Hmm.
Um, so definitely, I feel like it came down to the point where I just felt like if I really want to be serious in this business, I have to jump 2 feet in. So that's why I think helped.
Okay, most definitely, most definitely. So I want to transition and talk about the Airbnb in a little bit, but I know some people that's listening, they want to start their own credit business and things like that. So one question I have for you is how did you build up to, like, 50 or however many clients? Maybe how did you get your first round of clients?
So this is the thing. I'm big on social media, Instagram, and I'm a big
Okay.
personality follower, and I've had my Instagram page since I was about 14.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the same Instagram page forever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a lot of my followers, they watched me grow. They've watched my, like these are not people who just follow me because I think I'm cute. These are people who've known me since I've been a kid, and they
Yeah.
watch my growth. They see me work at a pizzeria. They see me go to this. They see me do that.
Mm-hmm.
And from working in the bank, a lot of my followers just knew that. I feel like when people see you at a bank, they automatically think finance. You know all about the finance. You know all about money because you're at a
Yeah.
bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was already on my thing. And like I said, the type of person I am, I've always been a public speaker, or just like on my platform, I speak about financial education or how important it is to be financially stable. And I've been this way my whole life. I've been this
Mhm.
way since I was working at the bank.
Yeah.
And so when I started to prepare my own credit, or like just work on my own credit, I would post about it. Like, guys, look where I got my credit score today. Oh my God, I can help you guys. Or I would like, who wants to, let me look at your credit, and like, just overviewing and stuff. So I was already planting the seeds before I started
Mhm.
my business. So when I did start my business, it wasn't new to my client, my followers or anything. It was
Mhm.
like, girl, we knew you was about to do this. And I speak on everything. I try to speak, like when I know something is about to happen, I speak on it. Just to
Mhm.
planting seeds is very important.
Mhm.
So I started to speak on it more and more and more. So once I launched my business, I booked 12 clients that first day because I
Mhm.
already had been speaking on it. My people, I was building up the hype. Like,
Mhm.
y'all, the credit website is launching this day. You be ready, you guys.
Yeah.
Book your consultations, free consultations for everybody. Like, it was just planting the seeds. And part of me becoming board certified, I really wanted to know what I was talking about. So when I got on these calls with these clients, everything I was saying makes sense. It was like, we want to book with you. And then just the type of person I am, I'm a very, you want to book with me. I'm a cool person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So honestly, for me personally, it was not very hard to get my first couple of clients because I had already been in that momentum, you know? So it wasn't that hard for me.
Okay. So would you say like documentation, a personality, things like that is
Yes,
probably gonna drive the
I,
business?
I definitely would say planting seeds as far as like just speaking about it, just talking about it, because I'm from a small town, so some people see what you're doing, they want to do it too. I've had girls who
Yeah.
they bartender, and you see what I do, and now you over here, hey guys, I can fix your credit. It doesn't click, and I'm not saying that you can't be a bartender one day and then fix credit the other day, but
Yeah,
the part of this business that we're in, you have to be authentic, and people have to take you seriously, because there's a bunch of scammers out here who tell
definitely.
you they fix credit, or they could do
Definitely.
this for you, or they could do that for you. So a part of our business is having people who trust us and trust our word.
Hmm.
So if you are on OnlyFans today telling people to come click the link and like the bio, and next day telling you want to fix your credit, it's not going to seem authentic to your followers. So I'm being
Yeah.
honest. You know what I'm saying? You click the link in your bio, like now
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
my credit. I thought you wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you have to be authentic with your followers, or whoever you're trying to market to. It has to seem real. So
Mm.
if that's the case, I would say take a couple months off and just plant those seeds, so that when you do pop out saying, "Hey guys, I want to fix your credit, book with me," it doesn't seem like, girl, where did this come from? You
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
So that's definitely one of the things that I would say.
Okay, definitely. So I want to transition to talk about Airbnb because you're going crazy in Airbnb, obviously. So
Yes.
you said you built up, you built up your good enough cash from the credit business and you transitioned that into Airbnb. So
Yes.
can we talk about, let's talk about getting your first property because I know it probably was, maybe it's the most interesting. So
Yes.
let's talk
That was
about
the
it.
most, because it was the most scary. The other two were light breeze. I already knew what to
Yeah,
expect.
yeah.
The property was definitely okay. So let me explain to you how it happened. So I was
Okay.
about 7 months pregnant, and my boyfriend, he's like, "You got to get into Airbnb properties," and I'm like, "Boy, you crazy!" Like,
Mm.
I had just opened up a little clothing business, because I do also have a clothing business for my daughter.
Oh, wow.
Um, Shopping tomorrow. Anybody watching have any kids? Shop the
Yeah.
A&More collection.
Yeah.
So I was 7 months pregnant. I had just dropped that line, and then I still have my credit business is my main source of income. So I'm working with clients, you know, and he's talking about Airbnb, and I'm like,
Yeah.
boy, like I have all this going on, and you talking about some Airbnb. I'm about to have a baby. I can't do no Airbnb. And I told him, I was like, maybe in like 5 years or so, and then maybe I'll get into it.
Yeah.
So that conversation. And then I think I was like just on social media one day,
Yeah.
and I've seen somebody that I know do it. And like I told you, I come from a small town. Not many people do stuff. So if somebody's doing something, it's like it can't be that hard. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I
So
feel
like,
it.
it can't be that hard. Like it can't be that hard.
Yeah.
And for me, I've done things that a lot of people have not done, or just things that I know that are out of the norm. So
Hmm.
this can't be something I cannot get into. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it helped for me to see somebody from my neighborhood, or somebody from where I'm from, do it, because it was like, okay, like, you know, gave me that, okay, let me see what this is about. Because before then I had not even looked Airbnb's way, because I assumed you needed all these thousands and thousands of dollars to get started and
Yeah.
all this stuff. So I hadn't even looked that direction. I wasn't even paying attention, like whatever. But
Hmm.
seeing it, I'm let me look into this. And I'm a course girl. Like if I something I don't know, I'm gonna take a course on it and then try to expand on that information. So I took a course.
Hmm.
The course was not the greatest. It was not the greatest, but it gave me bits and
Whose course
pieces of
was it? Shout them out. No,
you know what? I will shout them out,
why?
only because I get so many of this person's clients, and they all express the same thing. And I tell them, like, why don't y'all say something? And they'll be like, well, when we go on her live, she like just ignores us, or she like
Yeah.
deletes the comments, and doesn't say what most Instagram influencers do. And
Uh-huh.
before I say the name, I want to say I'm
Passion.
not bashing at all. I'm just giving advice, or you know, because you are running a business, and
Yeah.
these are your clients' actual thoughts after they take your course. Like they may
Uh,
not express you, which most people won't express to you how they truly feel. But what I will say is I do love her for the fact of the information that she gives. And sometimes it comes both ways, because sometimes the consumer who's taking the course, they don't understand that, yes, these are the steps, but there are things you do have to put your foot down. You can't just take an ebook course and think that everything's going to be laid out for you. Like, yes, there
yeah.
are some things you are going to have to, you know, work for it and towards. But what I will say is, in the courses that she gives out, a lot of it is like misinformation. So she'll tell you something, but not the second part, or this and not that. So it leaves
Trying
you
to get more
kind
money.
of right spending more money, which is
Yeah.
it's a business strategy, right?
It's a
That's why I
mess.
tell my clients, me and they'll be like, oh, right. And I'm like, at the end of the day, she's a businesswoman. It's
Yeah.
not how I do business. I like to work off of genuine connections because that's worked the best for me.
Yeah.
And I don't have billions of followers to even play like that anyway.
Yeah.
Like my little 2,000-3,000 followers, I can't mess with them. So, you know, for some people, they have that large following, they can play with you because you're just one of many. But that person is Ellie. You ever heard of Ellie?
No.
You've never heard of Ellie?
Ellie who?
Ellie Talks Money.
Oh, I think I know the name. Yeah. Okay.
Ellie Talks Money. Have you ever like seen her stuff or like?
I think I've just seen like the handle. Maybe I've seen an interview or something.
Okay. Yeah, she does like a lot of like, you know, she talks about a lot of different money issues, but specifically like she trying to talk about business credit and teaching business owners how to get started and stuff like that. And she's taught me a lot. And the thing is, the type of person I am, I don't take nobody's word for verbatim. I always do my own research and everything like that. And that's why I'm successful when I take anybody's ebook, because I'm going to be able to extract information from there and go Google. And, you know, I use all my resources. I don't expect anybody's ebook to teach me everything I need to know. Exactly. So she's taught me stuff because I know the type of person I am. She's given me like many foundations to where I can expand off of that. The problem is a lot of her consumers and customers are not like that. They're expecting that whatever they're buying, the $300 that they're spending is going to give them detail for detail what they're looking for. So I think that's where, you know, people kind of like, that's where she failed with her clients and all that. But I took her course, and for me, it was good because I got the information I needed. And like I said, I took what I didn't get from there and I kind of Googled it. And people don't understand. Google is your telling y'all. Google done taught me so much stuff.
Yeah.
Google has taught me more than any course has ever. Google and YouTube has taught me more. If you can sit down and put point A to B and make sense of that, and that it's going to tell you everything you need to know. So from taking the information that she taught me and then just doing my own information and then trial and error as well, I was able to get started. And I got started very, very quickly. I think I took the course in February and I got my first unit in March.
Oh, nice.
So I moved very quickly. And there was reasons why I moved very quickly. And for example, we get into personal leasing, corporate leasing. Have you ever heard of anything about the Airbnb industry? Or like,
so I had my homie, her name is Precious. I think her handles Airbnb money. So I had her as a guest, and you know, we walked through some of it. So I'm familiar vaguely with some of it, but yeah, you can get into it.
I'm always interested in the type of information other people give out because I didn't see that interview. I'm probably gonna watch it after, but I'm always interested because just from what I've seen, anybody who gives out the information, they're not being 100%. They're not being real.
Yeah,
they're not being honest. Like they're telling you what sounds good. A lot of people tell you what sounds good or what makes it seem enticing. Look, Airbnb ain't giving me a referral fee. So I don't care whether you get started or not. I'm going to tell you the real deal information. That's why I do really good with my Airbnb calls that I do, because I give them the good, the bad, the ugly, the real, the truth, the bad. You know what I'm saying? I break it down for them. A lot of these people who are selling courses, they're just focused on selling a course, and people are stuck feeling like, oh, maybe they're stupid or it's my fault that this is not working for me. No, they just didn't tell you everything you needed to know.
Yeah, no, she definitely walked through like the ugly and bad in the interview as well. Good. I definitely recommend you tap into it as well.
I will. A lot of people don't do that. I love when I see people who are being honest and just being up truth and being honest about it. Come on, it ain't hurting your pockets whether you're honest.
Yeah, no, definitely.